Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Govee Christmas Sparkle String Lights, and these lights are special because they're a little bit different from the Govee Christmas String Lights. Those lights had the LEDs kind of inside the line and they didn't come out in any way, and for these ones what it does is it kind of pops out and goes in and pops out and goes in, and each one of the bulbs has like multiple LEDs inside of it, so you can make some really cool lightscapes and things like that. And so one of the features that really stands out in these one and is also a part of the Christmas string lights is the 3D mapping, and you can kind of put it on your tree and then get it mapped perfectly. Might take a couple tries, but it's definitely something I would recommend. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we'll do an unboxing, we'll check out installation setup, stuff like that, and we'll look at some demos and we'll check out how the lights are. We'll come back for final thoughts at the end. So if you're here for that, stick around. We're going to roll the intro and jump right into the unboxing. But until then, my name is Connor. We appreciate you watching, and this is where the informal tech reviews live. All right, so first we're going to jump into the website, and if you're not familiar with Govee and the application, currently they're running a fan festival celebration in the application. They have like their own personal like social platform within the Govee app, and they're celebrating their 8-year anniversary. Shout out to Govee for that. They did have a sort of 8-year celebration video that I was fortunate enough to be featured in. Definitely appreciate that. If you haven't seen it, I'll probably drop a link in the comments or the description, so definitely check that out. But for these ones specifically, it looks like there's 9, almost 10 days left in the sale and the event. And so they start at $79.99, and if you definitely go check out the application, some of the events inside the celebration offer some coupons. So I actually picked mine up with a 40% off coupon, so that was able to make them a little bit more affordable. They're 66 feet for the ones that I picked up, the small ones, but you can also get a 99 feet, which is what I would recommend if you have like a full-size Christmas tree. The 66 feet, I did have some extra on this little tree that you saw in the intro, but I don't know that it would be great for a full-size tree, and it's also probably 66 feet might be too much for a wreath, which was my original intention on picking these up. Okay, so just some intro on the actual lights themselves. You can see the starlight effect with bullet head LEDs. The starlight one is actually a really cool feature that I saw, and it makes it have that like golden light look with a nice flicker on it, and there's also a colored one if you're into that, but basically there's a ton of LEDs on here. So 250 or 375 LEDs depending on the size that you get, 140 vibrant scene modes. I probably won't use a lot of them. These are Christmas lights, so I'm probably going to stick around the Christmas themes unless I switch into a music mode for the light show or something. But having the options, if you're someone who wants to keep these lights up year round, you can bust it out for any of the holidays. They have a special scene, and the AI setup that they have, you can always create one on the go. Now, it talks about the shape mapping and the different colors, so you can see it's got the pure white on there for the colored, or for the golden tree look, and then the colored RGB WIC lights for that. But the music and AI generated light effects are in here, and so you can have it with a microphone that's on the devices, listen for audio and react to it, or you can use your other devices to control it, and it can be a part of the different scenes for dream views and things like that. So definitely something that excites me about the Govee products in general. And if you are a part of the channel and you have been for a while, you'll know that we always set up a super awesome light show outside where we music sync all the lights on the outside to an FM transmitter, and we have it go wild for the holidays. So these will be an awesome addition. I think the final resting place is going to be wrapped around a wreath a million times. And so that'll be cool. But yeah, that's basically it. They're meant for indoor use, it says here, but I'll probably end up having mine go outdoors. I think these ones are meant to be on your Christmas tree, but mine will likely be in my entryway. So definitely keep that in mind when you go to pick these up. I definitely think they are an upgrade over the normal string lights. The normal string lights are kind of limited in the fact that you have to put them towards the edge of the tree, like on the outside, because they're embedded in the string, versus these ones, you're able to kind of put them a little farther in because they kind of branch out a little bit. And you can see right here that there's 50 more LEDs in this version at 66 feet than there is in this version also at 66 feet. So something to consider. I think we're good on the website, so let's jump into the unboxing, and then we'll get into the setup and just take a look at the lights. Okay, moving into the unboxing. It's a very nice box to have the typical plastic keeping it closed, so you just got to give it a good pull. You're immediately greeted with the Merry Christmas card from Govee, shout out. And the device is immediately under that. And I really like how this is set up, nice and organized. You don't have to worry about trying to like untangle the lights. But here's the wall wart, connects to the controller, which is nicely packaged. Just need to find the actual connector piece, and it'll connect right in here like this. Don't forget to screw it to tighten it down, and then we just plug it in, and I can hit the power button here. And you can see it has a nice little boot up sequence. Definitely cool. I almost like feel as if this should be a little lamp that just kind of sits on your table, but you also have your usual books and stuff. Go ahead and pause and read this if you want. Otherwise, we'll plug. Next, I'll just look at a couple of the different themes. So this is the stars one that I mentioned, and it's got that like really nice gold glow to it. This is stars with color, a nice New Year's one. Shiny is hardcore. If you really want it to sparkle, it definitely does that. Nice Halloween with some orange and purple. And then there's multiple different Christmas setups, which makes sense considering they're Christmas string lights. When it's time to get to the spatial recognition for the 3D around the tree or whatever shape you have going on, you can pick between like a flat general recognition or the 3D spatial recognition for wrapped around a Christmas tree specifically. So I'm going to go with that one. And what we'll do here is you try to get it in frame, and you hit the adaptation button. And what that's going to do is it's going to adjust the exposure of your screen to see where it can pick up the most LEDs. And once it's made its decision, it'll revert back to the best setting. And then you go ahead and click start. From there, it's going to make a short video with the lights switching around to be able to try and tell where all the lights are at. I'm sure there's some sort of algorithm for mapping it. And then you're shown this 3D version of your object. Probably not the best. I did put this together kind of rushed, but it looks like it's got the general shape of a tree, so that's pretty good. So now when I go to actually utilize the different modes, the mapped modes will look better. And so the ones with the M inside the app are the mapped ones. And here's one, for example, the stripe, and you can see how it's building up. So it knows where the bottom is, knows where the top is, and the bell. See how it kind of swings all the way around in a line. Now this may require a couple tries to get the best mapping possible, but I'd say this is pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it there. All right, that's it for the Govee Christmas Sparkle String Lights. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I definitely like these lights. If you're going to pick some up, definitely use the links in the comments and the description section. These are not sponsored videos. I just happen to be a Govee-aholic, so if you guys want to support the channel, we really appreciate it if you use those links so you know we're able to pick up more awesome Govee lights and make some more cool content for you. But if you want to see some different Govee things, we have the Curtain Lights Pro, the 7.5-foot curtain cone tree, a lot of different things on the channel, including our fully automated music sync Govee light show. So definitely hit the subscribe button and check that out. If you like this video, hit the like button. We appreciate everyone sticking around to the end. Until next time, my name is Connor. This is where the informal tech reviews live, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. All right, we'll talk to you then. Peace.